Hello, Trev here. I'm just checking we are live, and I'm just giving a little update on my heat pump and gas removal from British Gas. So I did do a little couple of live vlogs about them charging me for unused gas, and I made a little video of coming off gas maybe 6 months ago or so, and yeah, so it's just to update on that. I will just check that we're live. The first 30 seconds of all of my all of my live streams are basically checking. Yes, it is going good. But yeah, basically they have come good, and they've given me a refund for the gas that they were charging me for that I wasn't using because I was removed from gas, so I wasn't using any gas, but they were charging me an estimated bill, and also the standing charge. So firstly, actually, if you haven't seen it already, there's quite a good documentary, Heat Pumps, Are They Really Worth It?, which was on Channel 5. I did a tiny little live stream on that, and it's well worth checking out if you don't know much about heat pumps. And they were very positive about it, but they also gave a kind of a good overview of the different the different sort of things you might come across, and sort of noise. They were quite impartial, I thought, but they were generally favourable. So they tried to show both sides, and it was quite interesting from a kind of a beginner perspective, in terms of if you don't know anything about heat pumps, and also just sort of showing future vision for coming off gas supply. So this is where it sort of ties in, because people that go onto an alternative heating system are looking to come off gas. So if you come off gas and then the energy company makes it difficult, that's an issue. So I've raised it with British Gas in terms of a complaint, and that's how I got my refund. The last, if I just sort of read maybe the last communication I had, was positive. They gave me a refund for the gas that I'd been charged for that I hadn't used, and also the standing charge. So that's the thing I want to just talk about a little bit. So basically, a guy called Martin at British Gas, in essence, the meter was still showing in the national database, XO serve, whichever that means. This can lead to suppliers believing the meter is still on site. When the meter is removed, the engineer that removes the meters, normally responsible for letting his company know the job has been complete. The company then should raise what is called an RGMA removal to take the meter off our database. This would then prevent any supplier charging daily standing charges or taking on the supply. This has not been completed in your case. It seems the manual intervention was not completed. As part of dealing with your complaint, we have ensured the meter has been removed from XO serve, which will prevent us or any other any subsequent supplier charging you. This scenario is very rare. I've only come across a few cases similar to yours in the 17 years I've been dealing with meter complaints. I'm not sure really how widespread this is. Certainly talking to a few different advisors at British Gas, a lot of them didn't really know much about coming off the gas supply. Some of them thought I had to pay the people that kind of run the pipe down the street, and it needs to be disconnected there, and I would have to charge them. But they thought, well, it's the gas supplier. So in this case, for me, British Gas, but it could be Octopus or Good Energy or any of your gas suppliers, and it's their responsibility to do it. And as far as I'm aware, it's a free thing. So so certainly I have not paid anything to come off gas, and although they've charged me, tried to charge me for various things, they've refunded it. So I guess the outcome is ultimately good, but people possibly need to know that if they are coming off gas, that you should be able to come off gas for free, and they should do the work and not be charged a standing charge. Which is contrary to a few of the communications I had previously, but that is the case. And just be aware that if your engineer or whoever comes around, that they need to finish the job basically by filling in this RGMA removal. So, how am I as a customer meant to know that? But anyway, that's through a complaint, and it was quite a lot of time chasing it. And the standing charge is an amount of money, but it's not massive. And I think if someone gets it done and then they don't really notice it, because your actually electric bill is quite big, so it's a little bit more. So you need to kind of like work out what they're charging you. I don't know that people would necessarily notice it. So yeah, so be aware of that if you've just come off gas. I don't know if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. I've had a couple more comments. Thanks again for following the channel. And yeah, I might make a couple more on heat pumps. Like I say, the British the heat pumps, are they really worth it documentary was really, really good. So I haven't really kind of done a follow-up specifically. I mean, I guess this is a follow-up, but if you watch that and you have any comments about it, do let me know. But they were very favourable of the idea that more people will be getting heat pumps and making that shift. So with that comes the backlash of comments about heat pumps and people that don't like heat pumps, which I is still baffled about. Someone posted, can I find it? Gas won't be phased out once everyone realises the green energy is nothing more than a money-making scam. That was a couple of months ago. Mr. Ratty, 1973, wrote that. Sorry to laugh. I'm sure it's really kind of, just there's some people that like literally just want to sort of derail the idea of heat pumps. Let me see. How do I get to it? That's a bit annoying. But yeah, thank you for writing comments. All comments are welcome. I'm trying to be impartial about it, and it's really useful to hear when people have different views about heat pumps. But yeah, can I just do it without? It's a little bit too. Here we are. So Finaz Ferdinand. Oh, I can't say his name. Finaz Beta. Someone wrote. How can I say that word? Finans Ferdinand Beta. Yes. Well, anyway, I went to their channel and they've only got 2 subscribers, so it could well be a bot. But anyway, this person has written that they wouldn't take one for free with free installation. And I was like, well, okay, that's not on offer anyway. But it's a little, it's just an insult, really, on heat pumps. I wouldn't have one if it was for free. And it's like, well, why are you saying that? I mean, like, what's but anyway. And then another comment, which was by the same person, if any tech makes a noise, it is inefficient. Noise is loss of energy, which I think does have a little bit of substance to it, because I would hope that as heat pumps sort of, regenerate, as they make newer models, then the noise would go down. And it's obviously got moving components, so I imagine it will still make some noise, but hopefully the noise can be reduced. I don't know about inefficiency because of noise. But certainly, I used to have computers that whirred with their fan, and now I've got a solid state hard drive which doesn't make any noise, and it is more efficient. So I'm assuming that there is some weight in that, which made me think maybe he's not a bot. But certainly, if you're going to use a very, very obscure pseudonym for your account and just write sort of insulting heat pump queries, I'm just fascinated by why there's a big hatred to heat pumps. But anyway, it's interesting. The Channel 5 documentary is really worth watching if you want to find out more about heat pumps. And so generally success. I don't know if it's still doing that. Yeah. Success for my refund, and you should be able to get disconnected for free, and you should be able to get off your standing charge of gas. If you install something like a heat pump which doesn't use gas, you should be all good. Okay, See you soon. Bye bye.